The TTC now planning to ramp up service on its bus and streetcar network as it prepares for students and teachers to head back to school.
Yeah, big changes coming. So for more on what riders need to know, let's check in live with CB24's Beatrice Vaisman. Beatrice, good morning again.
Good morning, Nick and Courtney. Yeah, riders are going to see more frequent bus service across the entire system. Some 32 routes getting more frequent service, gearing up for next week when kids go back to school, when teachers are back in the classroom, and when more and more people are also going back to the office. Let's bring in Mandeep Lali, the new TTC CEO, to talk about these service changes. Good morning. Thanks for being here. What do riders need to know, Mandeep?
Riders need to know that as we morph into the fall, we're improving service, bringing it back to the levels we were in the spring. Two notable adjustments we're really proud to announce. First is the Sinclair 512, where we're moving from a frequency of 8 minutes to 6 minutes. That will help the commute for over 20,000 of our commuters. Secondly, the 133 Nelson bus service. Again, improving that service middays, weekends, and through the AM peaks for the daily 10,000 commuters that use that. So all in all, that combined with the 30 plus changes we're making will help the transition as we come out of summer and go into this school periods.
How do you do that, Mandeep? Is this reallocation, redeployment of some of your staff? Is this hiring of new staff to actually allow you to increase service on the St. Clair streetcar route, for example?
That's a very good question. It's actually quite a complicated process. As you know, we use a lot of data to drive our metrics and drive our service. From that, we look at our service prior to our ridership and how do we achieve the headways and the frequencies that we need to achieve. From that diligent process, we come up with a schedule. The schedule is then resource loaded. From the resource load, we get the routes, and from the routes we start actualizing and distribute it to staff. So it's quite a complicated process.
I know you've only been here for 6 weeks with the TTC. Dating back generations, we like to gripe here in Toronto about the TTC service. Having a schedule is one thing, having reliability is another. So how do you, I guess, maintain your commitment to riders that you will actually get them from point A to point B on schedule, they'll get to work and school on time?
So again, as you said, I've been here 6 weeks, and I have to say the welcoming has been outstanding, so thank you for that. In terms of how you break the system down in terms of to get the reliability that we have, if you look at our performance and where we are today, we're achieving circa in certain modes up to 80 to 90% on-time performance. However, we can improve that. And it's how we break each mode down systematically in a controlled way, look at the controllable activities that are within our gift to address, we will address, and where we need assistance with respect to policy changes, they're uncontrollable, we'll take them via that forum. So it's breaking each mode down, what we can control, what we cannot control, and dissecting it in terms of incremental improvements. So that has started, and we will be able to report on that in the coming months in terms of what that looks like.
You're a data and numbers guy is what you're saying to me.
It helps drive decision making, but we also got to get the feedback of our customers, which we do via the annual surveys and the customer feedback service that we get.
Something we've been talking about in the last few months is really bunching and trying to prevent bunching from happening. You're waiting 10 minutes, there's no bus, and suddenly 3 buses arrive. What more efforts are you guys doing to help make sure there isn't this bunching of streetcars, of buses happening?
That's a very good question. So as you know, have a few trials in the midst right now, which are paying some dividends. But those pilots, the novel systems that we use or improve will help us even further to understand budgeting and gapping, give the operators, controllers a better decision-making data to either hold, move forward, or pause, and then help reduce that further. Once we sanitize that, can prove that methodology, go back to what the planned schedule is, then we can look to extrapolate that, move that out further, and then we'll see more benefits across the system on that.
Mandeep Lali, TTC CEO, thank you for your time this morning. Thank you so
Lovely.
much. So yeah, riders will see more and more service coming up as of September 2nd. The kids are going to be going back to school, more people going back to work, back to the office, Nick and Courtney, and so they rely on the Red Rocket. We all like to gripe about it, but it's important that people get from point A to point B on time. Back to you guys.
Yeah, it's such an important service. Okay, Beatrice Vaisman reporting. Thanks, Beatrice.